Hey everyone, I'm back. We're going to go over conscious choking for an adult using my husband Ryan, as most of you already know him. We're going to use our daughter for Brooklyn for a child, and then of course we'll use our infant Annie to go over that. So the universal sign for choking is going to be your hands around your neck. So if you are choking, you cannot cough, speak, or breathe. If someone is able to cough, we want to encourage them to continue coughing. We don't want to go up behind them and just hit them in the back and think that that's going to lodge the item down. So again, you've probably all had some opportunity where you've been drinking something and we call it going down the wrong pipe, and we're able to kind of lodge it down by coughing or taking another sip. So again, if someone is choking and they are conscious, they cannot cough, speak, or breathe. We're still going to check the scene like we always do. We're going to identify ourselves and our level of training. So even though Ryan is conscious, but he cannot cough, speak, or breathe, he can still nod his head for consent, verbal consent, letting me know that I can assist him. So again, check the scene, identify yourself and your level of training. Ryan nods his head, and I'm able to give care. So we're going to start with 5 back blows followed by 5 abdominal thrusts. And something that I want to share before we start, we are working with a partner in this, but by no means am I actually going to hit him, even though I might want to, like I would if he was actually choking. So we're just going to go through the technique of what we need to do. So Ryan's arms are around his neck. It does not matter if I'm on this side or if I'm on this side. Just like we do with our mannequin, familiarize yourself on both sides so that you will be ready in any situation. You want to have a slight bend in your knees. I'm going to go across his chest where my hand's at, and I'm going to bend him 90 degrees. I'm going to take the heel of my hand into his shoulder blade 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to raise him back up, and again, we can all do this together. Find your belly button. Okay, and you're going to make a fist above it. Take your other hand, and it's like you're scooping ice cream for abdominal thrust. So again, I'm going to find Ryan's belly button, make a fist above it, and again, go through the motion. So if you're practicing on someone, and I'm over here, this is not his belly button, okay? So we always want to practice good technique. And again, 5 back blows. It's the greatest force for an adult. 5 abdominal thrusts, and you keep doing this cycle until the item is dislodged or the person becomes unconscious. So notice that I had a slight bend in my knees when I'm doing his back blows. Same thing when I'm doing his abdominal thrust. So if he was to fall backwards, I'm able to stop him, hopefully, and that way he's not landing on top of me. If for some reason he needs to face plant, that's the least of his worries as well. No, we don't want to do that either. We want to make sure and keep it as easy as possible. Thank you, Ryan. All right, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn's going to switch from Ryan now. This is Brooklyn. Can you say hey to everyone?
Hi.
Awesome. So Brooklyn now is going to be a child choking. So Brooklyn, go ahead and put your hands around your neck for me. So Brooklyn cannot cough, speak, or breathe. That means she's choking. Okay, so again, with a child, check the scene, identify ourselves. So obviously I'm her parents, but if a parent or guardian is around, they can give me consent. Okay, so Brooklyn, again, I'm going to do 5 back blows, 5 abdominal thrusts. The force is not as great for a child like it is for an adult. If I'm able, I'm going to bend Brooklyn to be able to do the heel of my hand, 5 back blows. And then I raise her up, find her belly button, 5 abdominal thrusts. So again, a child is 1 to 11. So Brooklyn, go to your knees for me. So we're going to notice, let's just pretend that Brooklyn is this size, okay? So what can I do once I've checked the scene and identified myself is that I'm going to go down to 1 knee to better assist Brooklyn, okay? So now I can use my leg with my arm. So I go across her chest, support my forearm, 5 back blows. And stand her up. Again, go behind. It's a little bit awkward because she's got legs back here, whereas normally they wouldn't. 5 abdominal thrusts. And we keep doing this, whether we do 1 cycle or we do 10 cycles, until the item is dislodged or Brooklyn becomes unconscious. All right. Thank you, Brooklyn. I got to do infant. All right, Ryan's trying to cut me off. I'm not done yet. Thank y'all. All right, so now we're going to go to infant. So again, we're talking to less than a year old, so newborn to a year old. There's 2 ways to do this. So again, an infant can't cough, speak, or breathe, but notice Annie's arms. She's not going to know to clutch her throat that she's choking, okay? So she's going to give you that panic-stricken look that lets you know something's not right, okay? So again, supporting the head and neck, you can put a slight bend, and we'll back up a little bit so y'all can see, a slight bend in your leg. Maybe put your dominant leg out. Support the jaw, the mouth, the head, the neck. Put her below my knee at an angle. 5 back blows. Lost count, sorry y'all. Flip over. 5 chest thrusts. And again, keep doing this until the item is dislodged or the person becomes unconscious. 5 chest thrusts. Another option would be to use a chair, a stool, or a bench. Extend your leg out below the knee. 5 back blows. 5 chest thrusts. All right, so now we've gone over adult, child, and infant. So again, you're going to continue doing all that until the item is dislodged or the person becomes unconscious. And remember, for an adult, you're going to have the greatest force. For a child, it's going to reduce a little bit, and even more for, or even less for an infant. So again, this is conscious choking for adult, child, and infant. The universal sign of choking is hands around the neck. And again, if they can continue to cough, or if they are coughing, we want to encourage them to continue to cough, and hopefully it's able to dislodge itself. So again, as you continue to take this quiz on conscious choking, it's going to ask you what are things that people might be choking on, you know, especially with small kids. They want to take everything and put it into their mouth. And even with adults, we tend to cut off more than we can chew sometimes, and we get excited or we're multitasking, and so sometimes we can cause ourselves more harm. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me, and hopefully we're going to see each other soon. Thank you.